Hi, my name is Bo. I'm a vocal coach from the Netherlands. I graduated from the Rock Academy 1 year ago, and now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the basics of singing. We will discuss posture, breathing, vocal warm ups, and strength building exercises. And by applying these things, you will become a stronger and confident singer. And I hope you will enjoy this lesson at home. I'm in my kitchen right now, so let's start the lesson. We're gonna start with posture. Your body is your instrument, so the way that you hold your body is going to affect your sound. Posture has two major elements. It has to be flexible enough to allow for optimal sound production, but it also has to be efficient so that you're not expanding any extra energy or creating any excess tension. I'm gonna take you through the different parts of the body that you want to pay specific attention to when we're talking about posture with singing, while singing. And we're starting from the bottom and we'll work our way up. So feet, knees, hips, chest, shoulder, and our head. Let's start with our feet. Right, your feet should be shoulder width apart right underneath the hips. So I will try to show you, but it's a little bit far away. So we follow our shoulders to our hips, and then you can see it, I think, straight to the feet. You should make one perfect line. When you are too far, when your feet are too far apart from each other, you'll create tension in your lower back, and it's tension that we don't want to create because it has to be loose, and we find ourselves off balance. The same goes for when our feet are too close, then it will create tension also in our back, and we're not grounded. So your feet will go in a straight line, shoulders, hips, feet. All right, for your knees, you want to maintain a nice loose position, so don't lock them because it will create tension in your upper body again, and you'll find yourself also off balance. So this is when we lock our knees. You can't really wiggle them. When they're unlocked, you can do this. So you have to bend them a little bit and be in an active position. So like you're ready to go for a nice walk or a run. Don't overbend them. Don't be too active. We're not in a gym. We're not working. We're not squatting. So don't lock them, but have a nice active position. Hip position relates to this. You want to make sure that the hips are a slightly bended forwards like this, tucked in a tucked position. Not over tuck it, because then we're gonna have trouble breathing here, and we don't want that with singing. But we also don't want the hips to be too far back like this, because that will create tension in our back again. So slightly tucked. For your chest, you want to maintain a nice open chest to allow flexibility for the expansion that's required for singing. So open your chest like you're an opera singer. You don't want to go too far, and you don't want to collapse backwards in your chest there. You'll notice a pattern there. Don't overdo the movement. So, nice open chest. There's a nice shortcut. Yeah, you can see it. When you touch your elbows with your hands, you'll see you have a nice open chest. This way it maintains that nice open chest, and you can check if you're doing it right. And the shoulders will not create tension this way, so that's also nice. At last, we'll talk about a good head posture. A good head posture will allow you to have a nice, efficient flow of air into your throat. And it will also help you to prevent creating excess tension in the front back of your neck, in your jaw, and also in your lips. For a good head posture, I always imagine that there's a string holding you up on the very top of your head. So like you're a doll on a string, And this allows you to have a nice neutral position. So your head should be right on top of your chest. If you allow your jaw to raise too much like this, you're cutting off your flow. You can hear it in my talking. If I do like this, you hear that it's cutting my flow off, air off. And it also will create tension in your neck. And the same goes for bringing your chin to your chest. It's not good for the air. All right, when done properly, all these elements combine will put your body in alignment. So your ears are directly over your shoulders are directly over your hips, and your hips are directly over your feet. That's everything for posture for today, and now we're gonna discuss breathing. All right, I will try to explain a bit of the proper way of breathing for singing. Breathing is in fact easy because we do it all the time. But the hard thing with our breathing technique is that we're trying to tell our body not to take a deep breath when we think it will need some air. But we want to tell our body to wait just a little bit longer before grasping for air. I see such a huge improvement in my students once they master their breathing technique. So I want to share a few exercises for you to practice that will help you to get control of your breathing muscles. But first, some anatomy. Why is breathing so important? It's so that your voice cannot make sound without air. So when you try to exhale all your air and then sing a long note, you will notice that it's not working. So I will show you. Na, and then there's no sound anymore. So as you might see, we need to control our air to control our voice. I've got an email. The main goal is to exhale a steady stream of air that supports your voice to make a beautiful sound all the way from the beginning of our phrases to the end of our phrases. To control how much air you exhale, you need to first control how much air you inhale. That's when we're going to talk about this muscle, the diaphragm. It's so that your lungs are quite lazy on their own. They can't move on their own. So they need this muscle, the diaphragm, which is attached to the bottom of the lungs. So when you inhale, so these are your lungs. When you inhale, they stretch them out, and when you exhale, they will let the lungs go and the air will flow out of your body. So when you use this muscle actively, you will see an extension by your stomach. When you inhale, so like this, and when you exhale, it goes back. So inhale, your stomach will go this way, and your shoulders will stay down, leaving out any tension, what sometimes will happen when you breathe like this. So we're not breathing like this, but we're breathing towards our hands, and that will leave you with a nice round belly. When you're breathing low, so with the extension of our belly, you're able to completely control how much air you will take in and how much air you exhale. That's enough for the boring anatomy talking. Now you might be wondering how to work with this muscle, so we're starting the exercises. Right. This might be a little bit weird, but it's a very nice exercise because you can practice in bed or laying on the ground. So for very lazy people. Right, we're gonna lay down on the ground and we're gonna put a book on our belly. So arms flat. Then you're gonna try to raise the book with your belly. So like this, and by breathing. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you understand how this is working, so raising it with your belly, then you try to hold it for 5 seconds. So in and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. And again. 1. When you get the movement lying down, then get up, take the book with you, and try to do the movement, but then standing up. So push it to your belly and then try to push it out. It's no big deal if it's not working the first time. I find that it's often a little bit harder for students when they're first laying down, and for some people it's hard because they're used to breathing high, like this. So try a few times to get to know the feeling of working with the diaphragm. And it's a great exercise to do when you're lying in bed just before you're going to sleep, or when you just wake up. And if you don't get it the first time around, it's no big deal, because I have another exercise for you. All right, we're gonna make a fist of our hand like this, and we're gonna place it on our lips. Now we're gonna try to suck air in through your fist, like a balloon, like this. You can try it a few times and start varying how tight the closed fist will be, like this or like this. So when you do it, you should feel your stomach going outward quickly when you do it right. So once again. Just think about blowing up a balloon. That will help. The last check of your breathing will be by putting one hand on your chest and one hand on our stomach, on our diaphragm. And as you inhale, the only hand that will move will be this hand. So this hand won't be moving, because then we're breathing high like this. And that's not the proper way of breathing. So let's try that once again. If you feel that your shoulders are moving up, just try again. Let them back down and try to breathe through the stomach. For most people, it won't be easy the first time, so just keep practicing. It will get better and it will start to feel natural eventually. The next thing we're gonna do, and the last thing, is some vocal warm-ups and strength building exercises. I will explain them and then you can do the rest and follow the exercises. So good luck. The first thing that we'll work on today is twang. The sound of twang is the sound of the yeah. We know it from people from Texas, from America, who really talk with a lot of twang. But we also know it from the sound of ducks, so the quack quack sound. And we need twang to sing clear, free notes and to be able to alter the sound color. So we need necessary twang to sing healthy. So I made an exercise for you to practice the twang sound. The first thing I want you to do is to find that sound. So try a few times to be like a duck. Try a few sounds. The sound finds its way in the front of your nose. So if you try to sound very nasal, it also helps. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'll promise you that it will give you a better sound and a better voice. When you found that sound, that twangy sound, we'll start the exercise. Here it comes. For this exercise, we'll use the word nee. I will do it one time for you and then you can sing along till the exercise stops. Good luck. Nee, 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 nee. Nay, 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 nay. And so on. And down. All right, the next exercise might be a bit difficult because we really need strength, good posture, energy. So I recommend you to do this standing up. I recommend to do all the exercises standing up. But for this one, we need our body, we need our energy flowing. All right. It's a very long exercise, and the first 2, 3, maybe 5 times it will be very difficult, but it's something that we can build our strength on. So keep practicing this one for a few weeks, and you will notice that it will help your breathing support and that it will help you to sing your notes more powerful and clearly. I will do it one time and then you can repeat it a few times going up and also going down. Good luck. And we go down. Three to go. Just one more. All right, the next and last exercise will be a lip trill. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make the sound with our lips. So you trill your lips. I don't know how to explain this without the video. So make the sound. If it's too difficult, there are two things you have to do. Make your lips a little bit moist and also work more from your stomach. So the stomach muscles should be working way more. We'll start with this note, na, and we'll sing 5 notes up and down. So, and that we do 2 times. And then we continue with na. Okay, I will do it 1 time and then you can do the exercise. Three to go. And by the end of this exercise, we also reached the end of the online vocal workshop straight from my kitchen to you guys. I hope you learned a lot and I could teach you a little bit about the basics of singing. We talked about posture, breathing, we did some breathing exercises, vocal warm-ups, even some strength building exercises. And keep practicing and keep your voice healthy and happy. Bye bye.